Hi, I'm Virginia Korte, and I'm honored to serve my 8th year on Scottsdale City Council. The importance of Earth Day is it reminds us that we only have one ride in this universe, and that's Mother Earth. There are no fallbacks, there's no plan B, and that's why we need to care for our planet and protect her. It's also important to remember that the history of Earth Day, the first Earth Day was celebrated back in 1970, and it catalyzed the passage of the Clean Air Act, the Water Act, and the Endangered Species Act. These bipartisan federal acts cleaned up our air, cleaned up our water systems, and saved the bald eagle from extinction. Scottsdale citizens have consistently identified the importance of open space for decades. The environment and being eco-friendly has been a consistent theme since the 60s. This mindset of the 1960s was present when the city invited citizens to participate in the 1964-65 Scottsdale Town Enrichment Program, or the STEP forums. The STEP committee recommended bold measures to retain and enhance Scottsdale's character, banning billboards, and the creation of a multi-use recreational greenbelt, which we of course know today as the Indian Bend Wash. And it's not a concrete channel for flood control. And subsequent visioning processes in the 70s and the 80s identified the protection of the Sonoran Desert and the environment as an important guiding principle for the future of Scottsdale. And look what we've accomplished with that vision. A 30,600 acre McDowell Sonoran Preserve, the largest urban preserve in the country, and its total acreage is 27% of Scottsdale's landmass. This is certainly something to celebrate today on Earth Day. Though I believe Scottsdale has fallen behind other communities when it comes to eco-friendly policies that impact our neighborhoods, our commercial areas, and our businesses. Other cities in the valley already adopted urban forest programs. And simply, urban forestry is a policy that plans for and initiates the planting of desert-adapted trees to create a minimum of a 25% canopy or shade cover throughout the entire city. Scientific evidence proves with a 25% shade factor, we can reduce our ambient temperature and increase our air quality significantly. You see, trees are just not for climbing or building tree houses. They filter our air, they provide shade, they're habitat for wildlife, they stabilize soil erosion, and much more. The adoption of an urban forestry program would go a long way to making Scottsdale eco-friendly and improving our quality of life. Nature is everywhere, and sometimes it takes a bit more digging to observe and enjoy. Sometimes it simply takes turning over a big rock to see a microenvironment of bugs and fungi to enjoy nature. My favorite places to enjoy nature are the McDowell Sonoran Preserve and my own backyard. Our Arizona native mesquite tree is my favorite tree, known by botanists as Prosopis velutina. I love this tree and have several in my yard because it is a great shade provider, it's drought tolerant, attracts wildlife, and is home to many birds and lizards and insects, and provides a massive amount of seed pods for birds and animals to feed upon every year. It's a great tree. Being an advocate for open space within our community is one of the most important things one can do to help our planet. I am a preserve pioneer and advocated for our McDowell Sonoran Preserve from the beginning in the early 1990s. I continue to advocate for open space and better connectivity throughout our city. I also believe supporting organizations that help our planet is important, and I really admire the work that Desert Potato Garden does in this effort. A simple mindset set to act ecologically responsible will go a long way to help our planet.